Let's know Letters from an American Farmer. Letters from an American Farmer is a series of 12 letters written by J. Hector Saint John de Crèvecœur, a French American writer and farmer, first published in 1782. It is considered one of the earliest works of American literature that tried to define the American identity. Why Letters from an American Farmer is important in literature. The first is it is the first major literary success by an American author in Europe. Second, helped shape European views of America. Third, precursor to American transcendentalism and rural idealism. Overview. Title: Letters from an American Farmer. Author J. Hector Saint John de Crèvecœur. First published in 1782. Genre: epistolary non-fiction, early American literature. Structure: 12 letters written by the fictional narrator Farmer James. The main themes discussed in the letters: one is American identity. It attempts to answer what is an American. It also emphasizes a melting pot of cultures, freedom, opportunity, and hard work. Second theme is nature and agrarian ideal. It celebrates the American landscape and the moral simplicity of rural farm life. Third theme is contrast between America and Europe. America is portrayed as democratic, classless, and free from European corruption and aristocracy. Fourth theme is slavery and moral contradiction. In later letters, especially letter 9, Crèvecœur discusses slavery in the South with horror, showing the moral tension in American ideals. Fifth theme is the American dream versus reality. The tone shifts from optimistic to disillusioned as political tensions rise during the American Revolution. Letterwise summary of Letters from an American Farmer, 1782 by J. Hector Saint John de Crèvecœur, written through the voice of Farmer James, a fictional American settler. Letter 1. Introduction. It introduces Farmer James, a humble American farmer, describes his peaceful rural life on a farm in Pennsylvania, sets up the format. The rest of the book will be a series of reflective letters. Letter 2. On the situation, feelings, and pleasures of an American farmer. It describes his daily life on the farm with admiration for nature and rural labor. It emphasizes harmony with the natural world and the rewards of honest farming. It romanticizes the American countryside as a moral and spiritual paradise. Letter 3. What is an American? Most famous letter defines the American as a new man formed by hard work, equality, and opportunity. It contrasts American simplicity with European class systems and poverty. The letter describes the US as a melting pot of cultures and races. Letter 4. Description of the island of Nantucket. The letter details life on Nantucket Island. The letter describes the Quaker settlers and their communal industrial lifestyle. It focuses on whaling and the unique social customs of island life. Letter 5. Customary education and manner of living in Nantucket. It continues the description of Nantucket. It emphasizes equality between men and women and the practical education system. The letter highlights simple morals, domestic peace, and social order. Letter 6. Description of the island of Martha's Vineyard. It describes the people, customs, and geography of Martha's Vineyard. It notes self-reliance and the isolation of the community. The letter focuses on strong family bonds and social discipline. Letter 7. Manners and customs at Nantucket. The letter returns to Nantucket's social and family life. It discusses marriage, work, and religion. The letter portrays the islanders as hardworking, democratic, and free from luxury. Letter 8. Peculiar customs at Nantucket. The letter provides more details on Nantucket's daily routines and character. The letter discusses Quaker influence and communal spirit. The letter ends the Nantucket section with admiration for their values and lifestyle. Letter 9. Description of Charlestown, thoughts on slavery, on physical evil, a melancholy scene. The letter shifts in tone, describes Charleston in South Carolina, horrified by the luxury and moral decay rooted in slavery. Powerful anti slavery passage describing cruelty and human suffering. The letter suggests a moral contradiction in the American ideal. Letter 10 on snakes and on the hummingbird. The letter is reflective and observational. The letter shifts to natural history, explores American wildlife. The letter also highlights the diversity and beauty of nature, especially hummingbirds. Letter 11 from a great lover of nature. This letter reflects on nature and rural solitude. It talks about bees, birds, and forests. The letter also blends scientific interest with emotional and philosophical musings. Letter 12 Distresses of a Frontier Man. The letter, written during the early stages of the American Revolutionary War. The tone in the letter becomes anxious and uncertain. The letter also describes the collapse of peace on the frontier with the tensions between the settlers, Native Americans, and the British. Here in the letter, Farmer James is disillusioned and contemplates fleeing to the wilderness or returning to Europe. To conclude, the letters begin with optimism and admiration for America's landscape and values, but gradually turn toward conflict, moral complexity, and disillusionment as reality intrudes, especially slavery and war.